Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Karen here, and just thinking about like the differences between coaching, consulting. To be honest, I happen to do a little bit of both when I work with my clients. Um, Consulting tends to be more of the how-tos, the operational tricks, the tactics that help you move forward in your business. And the coaching really comes from more of a place of your personal development, right? And it came to me today to discuss this because lots of times when someone even will sign an agreement with me, they'll commit to coaching and they still don't know what they've signed up for, which kind of makes me smile, as you can see a little bit, right? Coaching is become incredibly popular, but it's still unknown a little bit. And like I said, many of my clients will completely sign the agreement, and the first time we have that call, they're so scared because they just don't know what to expect. And while every situation is definitely different, here's let me shed some light of that on there for you, right? What I love about coaching, what drew me to it, what keeps me going, what I think people really love about it is that it's all about your future, right? We're looking at possibilities, we're unleashing potential, and it's through dialogue, it's through some blended coaching and teaching, but it's all about like unfiltered, what could that possibility be for you in the future, right? So, what to expect exactly? What does that mean? You are the one being coached. Just like in any other kind of coach relationship, that means you're doing all the work. If you were a basketball player, you'd be running the suicides. You'd be practicing your jump shot, right? You'd be the one doing all that, and I'd be timing you and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, in coaching, you're the one showing up and you're doing all the thinking, you're doing all the feeling. So that's your job. That's your part of the agreement, is to show up 150% committed to the work that we have to do and really be intentional about knowing what you want to come out of the conversation, right? And let me zoom out 1 second, take a step back. What we want to do if we're going to set up that future together and hit those goals is first get really clear on what those goals are, right? So many times we'll be like, oh yeah, I have goals. I want to be fit, I want to be successful, I want to be rich, and I want to have a great relationship with all the people around me that I care about. Awesome. Right? But coaching, what we do at the very onset of it is we define those a little bit more, right? Because what happens with general goals like that, while they're great as far as aspirations and broad strokes, you don't really know if you've moved forward or not, except maybe being fit or not, right? When you pull on your jeans, you can tell, right? Am I checking that box? Am I fit? No, Halloween got me. So it's really defining what that means for you. And while that seems like a yeah, duh, if you really think about it and think about yourself in 6 months and where you want to be, I want to push you to think past healthy, fit, successful, and really define what that would mean. So that's kind of like what we would first do. But then the rest of it, yeah, that's where you come in. You are doing all the thinking. And that's why coaching in a way, like I'm a leadership coach, right? Well, I've worked with people in the finance sector. I've worked with people in the energy sector. I've worked with people in the hospitality sector. So because I'm coaching the individual, and the way my leadership philosophy is, I believe humans are humans, and there's definite clear cut ways. Like I have a system that in clear cut ways to create an environment where people can kind of give their gifts, and you can end up being this beloved leader, right? There's the philosophies there, but they are all, every one of those sectors I mentioned, you're all managing humans. So because of my philosophy, the way it being that one of kind of like servant leadership and emotional intelligence, it works in different sectors because you're all managing people. The coaching part, the way your brilliance comes forth, is because you're thinking of the situation in your own environment, right? So while we're working together, the problems that you're solving are because you know what needs to happen in your world right there, right? You know what needs to take place Okay, so that's why I can coach someone in finance, in energy, in hospitality, because you're still coming up with the solutions. And that's what it means when you're a great coachee. That's what it means to be coached. You guys, that's where you come in. That's where you're doing the work. You're doing a lot of thinking, and it really helps to be in tune with that. Because you're the asset, right? You're the thing we're working on. And what happens in the transformation, in the steps going forward as we work together to get those goals, you're gonna come up with obstacles. You're gonna come up with, I'll say fears, because usually the obstacles are because of a fear. Most of the time, you and I will be working together, and I'll say, we'll agree, hey, you need to do this. This needs to happen. It'll move you forward the most. And I did this. This is exactly what has happened to me with my coach. We decided we were going to do this, and I danced all around this, and I did everything but this, right? And what's the thing that's going to move me forward most? When I kind of put on my big girl pants and do this. But I would never have seen that if it wasn't for us working together and his support and his validation. And once I realized those things, or what it was I needed to do, like I said, then his support came through, and he was able to guide me and coach me into becoming that person that could take that step, becoming the person I needed to become to reach the goals I want. And oh my God, it gets me like that right there. That's unlocking coaching, right? That's coach success, where I was able to become the person I needed to be to reach the goals that I had set for myself. Does that work every time? Meaning, do I attain every goal? No, but the transformation still happens. And all of a sudden, I get to become this person who I never thought I could be. And that's the beauty of coaching. That's why I love it so much. That's what served me best, and that's what I love to do for my clients. You become the person you need to be in order to do the things that you most want to do, because few people are willing to do that, right? You have to become you have to do things that super scare you. You didn't realize you were afraid of them until all of a sudden you realized you weren't really doing them. You say you would, but you'd take tiny steps, but you wouldn't go all in. And that's not bad. It's just that's who we are as people. We all have those things that we're afraid of doing. And with some support, with some love, with some care, and some kind of gentle prodding, if you will, that help can get you to where you need to be your best self. And that's what coaching is. So I hope that makes it a little bit more clear. And that's what I love about it. And I wish that you all can experience it once in your life, whether that's now or in a few years, kind of when the student is ready, the teacher appears kind of situation. But that's why coaching is so awesome, right? And for those of us who, as we age, the reason I titled this post, "What got you here won't get you there," you kind of like, okay, I cracked the code. I kind of know what works, right? I kind of know how I need to be. But there will come a time where those things aren't working anymore, or you're not getting the results that you want. And that's all of a sudden when maybe you have to turn inward a little bit and realize like, I may have maxed out what I can do on my own here. I may need some help. And that's when you're ready to take that step, and it'll unlock a whole new ball game for you. I guarantee it. You'll be surprised. There'll be some pleasant surprises, there'll be some unpleasant surprises, but overall, it'll unlock a lot. Okay, so hope that kind of clears up the coaching conundrum, if you will. And love you guys. Have a great day. Karen Danielle, thanks so much.